Dear students, this is a one-shot video. In today's session, I'm going to discuss the previous year's questions from the year 2012 to 2023. I have compiled all the prepositions questions specially for you so that you can have an idea. Prepositions are tricky. You must practice a lot of prepositions. Do check the pinned comment section for all important video links and playlists related to your syllabus. We have many prepositions worksheets specially for you. Let us begin with the questions from 2012. Fill in the blanks with appropriate words. There are 8 questions. Let us solve them one after the other. He was touched dash pity when he heard the tale. He was touched with pity when he heard the tale. Pity, sahanubhuti anubhav hona. There is always a demand dash good tailors. Good tailors का demand हमेशा होता है. So there is always a demand for good tailors. The mother prevented her child dash going out in the rain. एक माँ अपने बच्चे को बाहर जाने से मना कर रही है क्योंकि बाहर बारिश हो रही है. The baby crawled dash the table and hid there. The baby crawled under the table. टेबल के नीचे घुस गई एक बेबी और वहां पे छुप कर बैठी रही. Once upon a time, the great king ruled over all these villages and towns. The reign, the kingdom of a particular king. She is smarter dash the two. She is smarter of the two. Sheila insists dash wearing that dress although her mother thinks it is too short for her. Sheila insists on. Learn this preposition. Insists on. जोर देना, किसी बात पे जोर देना. शीला एक ड्रेस पहनना चाहती है और शीला की जो मम्मी है उन्हें लगता है कि ये ड्रेस बहुत शॉर्ट है मगर शीला वो ड्रेस पहन के छोड़ेगी. The teacher complained dash him when she met his mother in the market. The teacher complained against him. Now, to complain against. What is the meaning? To complain against means a written or spoken statement in which someone says that somebody has done something wrong or that somebody has done something that is not satisfactory. You complain against someone. You complain about something or someone. But here the most appropriate answer will be complain against. Now let us move on very quickly to the year 2013. She takes a lot of trouble dash work. She takes a lot of trouble in work. Our English friends have taken to Indian food quite quickly. हमारे जो विदेशी बंधु हैं उनको हमारा इंडियन खाना बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद हो गया है. Taken to, they have developed a liking for Indian food. He got an A+ in the mathematics test and he jumped dash the river to save his friend from drowning. So एक लड़का था, उस लड़के का जो एक दोस्त था वो डूब रहा था और इसीलिए ये लड़का रिवर में जंप कर गया. Jump into. Into denotes the movement of jumping into the river. Here you must not use in. In will be incorrect. The right answer here is, the right preposition here is to jump into, to plunge into, to dive into the river or an ocean. Always be prepared for a surprise test. She hid dash the cupboard and gave everyone a fright. She hid inside the cupboard or she hid behind the cupboard and gave everyone a fright. Sab dar gaye. She is fond of pets. The brothers quarreled dash themselves for their father's property. Between or among, what will be the right answer? Yes, the right answer is the brothers quarreled among themselves. If the number is 2, if there are 2 people, then you must use between. But if there are more than 2 people, you must always use among. यहाँ पे कितने brothers थे ये मेंशन नहीं किया गया है, so that we can assume that there are more than 2 brothers. अगर यहाँ पे 2 ब्रदर्स होते तो हम बिटवीन यूज करते, और यहाँ पे नंबर स्पेसिफाई किया नहीं गया, इसीलिए हम अमंग यूज करेंगे. अमंग इज द राइट आंसर. नाउ moving on to the year 2014. The teacher spoke dash for Raju when he was wrongly accused of stealing money. The teacher spoke in. Teacher ने राजू को support किया. We can visit her in the hostel dash 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturdays. Between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturdays. The Sinhas have lived in New Delhi dash 1943. Since 1943 have lived, and therefore I have used since. Little children are often afraid dash the dark. Little children are scared of the dark. Sneha has applied dash a scholarship. Sneha has applied for a scholarship. It took Ahmed many months to get dash the loss of his friend. अहमद का जो दोस्त थे वो शायद पास अवे हो गया, वो शायद इस दुनिया में नहीं रहा, इसीलिए अहमद बहुत सैड था और अहमद इस लॉस से उभर नहीं पाया, और मैनी मंथ्स लग गए जब अहमद इस लॉस से उभर पाया. सो टू गेट ओवर, टू गेट नॉर्मल आफ्टर someone's loss. She turned dash the generous offer made by the manager. Manager ने जो ऑफर दिया उसे उसने turn down कर दिया, accept नहीं किया. We were asked to take dash our footwear as we were entering a place of worship. To take out. He found the key just dash the front door. Now here you may write near, by, beside, outside or behind any of these answers. But do remember, if there are multiple answers, write a single answer. Don't write all of them. Here I'll write, he found the key just behind the front door. So near is also right, by is also right, beside is also right, and behind is also correct. I could not accompany my cousin dash the trip because I had fever. मुझे बुखार था, इसीलिए मैं अपने कजिन के साथ नहीं जा पाया ट्रिप में. So what will be the right answer? Could not accompany my cousin on the trip. The noise prevented us dash sleeping. सोने से हम सो नहीं पाए because there was a noise. The young man put the flute to his lips and began to play. Ashok leaned dash, leaned against. Now this same preposition has been repeated. You will see that very soon. The paper dart went gliding through the air, went quickly through the air. The cyclist rode quickly, dash the path. Here again there are multiple answers. Down, along, across. You may write any one. Down, along, across. Here I'll write along. Any one of the three. The young child carried the heavy bucket up or down, either up or down. So let me just write up. You may also write down. There was a steep rise dash onion prices. There was a steep rise in onion prices. Air pollution is responsible for the spread dash bronchitis. Spread off. He was dash pressure to complete the work. He was under pressure to complete the work. देखो और एक repetition है यहाँ पे. Joan jumped dash the river to rescue the child. Joan jumped into the river to rescue the child. His teacher is very pleased with him. Always to get pleased with somebody. Ali took dash his cap and wiped his face. Ali took off his cap. It's OFF. The old woman could not get dash the shock. Get over. उभर नहीं पाई. The same thing. repeated once again. The old woman could not get over the shock. So try to understand the pattern, dear students. He should not get dash. He should not get away dash such rudeness. He should not get away with such rudeness. 2017 में क्या क्या आया? She shouted angrily at the disobedient boy. I asked him to provide us dash a guide. With a guide. The tree grew at a dangerous slant and had to be cut down. काटना पड़ा ट्री को. My daughter believes dash in fairies. Believes in fairies. He drew a beautiful diagram on the blackboard. She battled her way into the crowd, and you may also write through the crowd. So anyone, into the crowd or through the crowd. We were asked to gather around the teacher, and they had to climb dash the steep pathway to reach the top. They had to climb up the steep pathway to reach the top. So this is also a repetition. 10 years क्वेश्चन पेपर सॉल्व करने से हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि एक पैटर्न है. अगर तुम लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रीपोजिशंस प्रैक्टिस करते हो तो तुम्हें कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी जब तुम प्रीपोजिशंस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करोगे. सो प्रैक्टिस अ लॉट ऑफ प्रीपोजिशंस वर्कशीट्स. डोंट वरी, वी हैव देम. सो चेक द प्लेलिस्ट फॉर प्रीपोजिशंस वर्कशीट्स. द पोएट्स मदर वाज स्टंग बाय a scorpion. Please write dash what I tell you, otherwise you will forget. The teacher said, so the right answer is please write down. लिख लो, नहीं तो तुम भूल जाओगे. The dog was hiding dash the bed. The dog was hiding under the bed. Again, a kind of repetition. Barking at the stranger. Sheila's grandmother found it difficult to climb up the steep staircase or down the steep staircase. So we will write up, क्योंकि हम जब एक steep रास्ते के ऊपर चढ़ते हैं तो हमें बहुत दिक्कत होती है, इसीलिए हम लोग up यूज करेंगे यहाँ पे. मगर down भी तुम अगर लिखो तो वो भी ठीक है. The soldier fought bravely for his country. There is no use crying over spilt milk. So this is a saying. I don't know what they were arguing about, but I could hear angry voices. The school playground is out of bounds for the pupils of the primary school. After this, year 2019, the puppy was hiding under the sofa. Again, some sort of a repetition. Stop worrying about your future. When I stepped dash the lift, I found. When I stepped into the lift. Whenever we enter into a room or a lift, we use the term into. So stepping inside, moving inside, going inside a place, we use the preposition into. When I stepped into the lift, I found it had stopped working. We had to use a bridge to go across the river. I have lived in this town for 10 years. Please switch dash all lights and fans when you leave the room. Please switch off. बंद कर देना सब lights and fans को. Ronnie is married dash my cousin. Ronnie is married to my cousin. The gift came dash a birthday card. The gift came with a birthday card. It has been raining dash 2 hours. It has been raining for 2 hours. This is the year 2020, the pandemic period. He just scraped dash his examination. He just scraped through his examination. Mrs. Kapoor was bent dash attending the meeting. Was bent on. वो meeting attend करना चाहती थी. She is proud and looks down. नीच नजर से देखना. She looks down on her colleagues. Rahul plays football with his grandfather. The mother was sitting near beside with the sick child all night. Anyone answer? After this, Monica is leaning against the wall. Again, students, see the direct repetition. एक ही चीज बार बार leaning against, same thing. Rosie is very good at art and craft or in art and craft, any one of the two. 2021 में कोई एग्जाम नहीं हुआ, इसीलिए there is no previous year's question. Semester 1 MCQs आया था 4. Many species of insects were wiped dash when the jungle was cleared. Wiped out when the jungle was cleared. You can obtain the answer dash adding by, to, on or in. The right answer is by adding. On hearing the siren, I pulled dash and stopped the car. I pulled up and stopped the car. I intend to visit my parents dash this weekend. During this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday के दौरान मैं अपने जो पेरेंट्स है उनको विजिट करूंगा. I intend to visit my parents during this weekend. And had it been weekends, at weekends would have been the right answer. So there is a specific single weekend over here and therefore we are using during. 2023 इस साल क्या आया? A bird in hand. This is a saying once again. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. The boy is crazy dash football. The boy is crazy about football. She was tired dash fighting and struggling all the time. She was tired of. He opted dash of the race. He opted out. We borrowed the bikes from our uncle. And the police station is dash the right, to the right. Direction, कौन से direction में है? To the right. I looked at the stars dash the telescope. I looked at the stars through the telescope. And there was an accident at the crossroads. Dear students, I hope you will find this video helpful. So subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon for all important video links and notifications.